Hi everyone, my name is Irmak, and today I'm excited to present to you FlexDTW, a DTW variant with flexible boundary conditions. DTW is a dynamic programming algorithm used to compute the optimal alignment between two sequences, and in MIR-related tasks, that usually means aligning two audio recordings of the same piece of music. However, DTW operates under the assumption that the alignment path begins at the origin of the pairwise cost matrix and ends in the opposite corner. This means that if the two recordings we're trying to align don't start and end at the same spot in the musical piece, then the algorithm is going to fail. And in fact, in practice, boundary conditions are often unknown. We can imagine aligning a studio recording of a piece with a live concert recording that has periods of applause or silence in the beginning or the end, but that just simply doesn't respect the assumptions of DTW. So our question is, can we perform alignment with flexible boundary conditions to eliminate these assumptions? In this work, we present FlexDTW, a more flexible variant to the DTW algorithm that can handle a wide range of boundary conditions. FlexDTW allows the alignment path to start anywhere on the left or bottom edge and end anywhere on the right or top edge, so two recordings that don't necessarily start and end at the same point in the piece can be accurately aligned. We also impose a small buffer region to avoid short and degenerate alignments. FlexDTW, similar to DTW, starts by initializing a cumulative cost matrix and a backtrace matrix. However, in our version, the possible paths vary in length. So we cannot just calculate path cost by accumulating costs at each step the way regular DTW does, because then a short path like this one, even if it's the wrong one, could be assigned a low cost. So we normalize the path cost by the path length to get an average path cost for each path. One way to calculate path length would be to backtrack from every position to determine the overall length, but this would add so much additional computation that the algorithm would be impractical. The key inside of FlexDTW is that we can compute the Manhattan length of a path by simply knowing the starting and ending points. The starting point for each path can be efficiently calculated and stored during dynamic programming. And for this reason, we also initialize a matrix S whose ij entry indicates the starting location of the optimal path that ends at ij. The dynamic programming stage is similar to that of DTW, except that we normalize costs by Manhattan length before we compare cumulative path costs. And finally, we find the best path by starting from a point on the top or right edge and backtracking. Our experimentation consists of modifying the Chopin-Mazurka dataset to construct a suite of 16 benchmarks that correspond to specific boundary conditions. And here we can see visualizations of the different types of boundary conditions in our suite of benchmarks. We test our system against DTW, subsequence DTW, and NWTW. We consider multiple settings for the DTW and subsequence DTW systems with different sets of allowable transitions and corresponding weights. In this plot, the colored bars correspond to different alignment algorithms and show the respective alignment error rates at a fixed error tolerance of 200 milliseconds, and the panels correspond to performance in each boundary condition. The main thing to notice about these results is that FlexDTW has the best or near best performance across all 16 boundary conditions, and it is the only alignment algorithm that performs well on some boundary conditions like partial overlap. This shows that FlexDTW is both more accurate and more flexible than standard DTW. In summary, we've proposed a variant of DTW called FlexDTW that computes an alignment with flexible boundary conditions, and we've shown that it outperforms other standard alignment algorithms across a range of 16 different boundary conditions. Thank you.